Welcome to Sunshine Cathedral's Queer God Squad. It's Friday, January 24th, 2025. I am Bishop Darrell Watkins, the Senior Minister of the Sunshine Cathedral. And with me are Sunshine Cathedral's other ministers, Bishop Robert Griffin, Reverend Dr. Ann Atwell, and Reverend Kevin Tisdall. Visit sunshinecathedral.org to learn more about our progressive faith community and how you can be a part of it, no matter where you live in the world. And if you live in South Florida, be sure to check out the Sunshine Cathedral Center for the Performing Arts, offering entertainment for the LGBTQ+ community to benefit the LGBTQ+ community. If you enjoy the Queer God Squad, please share episodes with your friends, family, and social media communities. We appreciate your viewing and sharing in all the ways you support us. To learn more about Sunshine Cathedral, to make donations, or to buy tickets for shows featured at the Sunshine Cathedral Center for the Performing Arts, please visit sunshinecathedral.org. You can also follow us on social media. At Sunshine Cathedral, we're here to tell you that you are God's miracle, not God's mistake. Queer God Squad was created by Hotspots Happening Out in support of their mission to explore the value of faith in the LGBTQ community. In 2025, we're celebrating the 40th anniversary of Hotspots Magazine, the 25th anniversary of Queer News Tonight, and we produced the 25th anniversary of Stonewall Pride Parade and Festival on June 14th. Hotspots Happening Out is the largest nonprofit LGBTQ media organization in America, and we encourage you to support our mission to inform, entertain, and educate our community and allies. This is the Sunshine Cathedral Perspective. Is it okay to still hate the anti-gay crusader, Anita Bryant? Do you, boo? No, I'm kidding. To be sure, Anita Bryant, who did die last month, was no friend to the LGBTQ+ community. When her granddaughter came out to her, Bryant reportedly told her, quote, "Being gay is a delusion created by the devil," end quote. Did someone mention delusions? Bryant was a beauty queen, spokesperson and singer, and could have enjoyed life as a beautiful and seemingly friendly celebrity. But when a Florida county passed an anti-discrimination policy protecting gay people, she launched a public relations war. After fighting anti-discrimination efforts in Florida and then in California, she founded her own ministry, which included conversion therapy. She said she didn't hate gays, but on the contrary, wanted to help them. It is unknown if she ever explained how demoralizing and dehumanizing people helps anyone, or how it could be seen as anything but hateful. Eventually, Bryant's star lost some of its shine with her conservative fundamentalist cohorts when she divorced, filed for bankruptcy, developed substance dependencies, remarried, and reportedly even considered taking her own life. But until the end, she never retracted her statements about gays, including equating them with child predators. She even said in an interview years ago that she had no regrets about her anti-gay campaigns. She also never accepted her granddaughter's orientation in same-sex marriage. Should we hate her? Well, you feel how you feel. But as much damage as she did, we did rise above it. We became a community with a significant voice. We even won protections and rights that probably annoyed her to the core. And she will forever be known as the person who could have been great, but instead chose a life of bitterness and hatred against people who never did anything to her until someone smashed a pie in her face in response to her antics. So, hate if you must. But she left this world with no remorse for the lives she tormented with her fundamentalist cult of fear doctrines. Some of us might actually pity her for that. She threatened people she didn't understand with hell, but she seemed to have trapped herself in her own hell in the process. For me, karma did what she does, and today I have bigger fish to fry. But let's ask the others on the Queer God Squad. I was young, very young when all that was happening, so I just wondered why the orange juice lady was in trouble all the time. But then, soon after, figured out, learned what it's all about. And she just, I'm no fan. And I actually hate that someone actually did. in those days, it was probably thought as being sort of funny and campy, but today I think I would have seen that as an assault. You hit a person, even though it wasn't, it didn't physically harm or whatever, but it was, I would not have done that today or said that, well done to whoever did. We do have to fight ugliness, but I don't think you fight it with ugliness. You know what I mean? So, but no, she was I 100% disagree with her philosophy. Her philosophy was that there are people who are innately bad because of who they are and who they love. And she was wrong. She was wrong. And she blamed it on Jesus. She blamed it on toxic religion, which is why we are here. It's not enough to say mean things about religion. It's not enough to leave religion, although do those if that's what you do. But some of us really felt compelled to stay and challenge religion from the inside out, and to try to make it better if we can, or at least to expose how it's not good enough, and then try to provide alternative ways of forming community, exploring the big questions of life, loving each other through things with a little splash of ritual. We all like a little splash of color in our lives, so we like the ritual, we like the singing, but we also like thinking and feeling and evidence and questioning. And so we're trying to have a church where all of that is valued. So I don't appreciate her. I don't know that I hate her. I don't know that I even hate Jerry Falwell and people who came after her. In the middle of it, it's it's kind of hard not to. But once it's over, hey, I'm the one still standing. Eventually you have to let it go. I think it's the Buddha, or maybe Zig Ziglar, or maybe my grandma. I forget who it was, but someone said, hatred is like drinking poison, hoping that it'll kill the other person. And so, I just hate to tell. I don't like to tell people how they have to feel. Like if you're still just so angry with her and you can't stand it, okay, if that's you get something out of that. But if you ever get tired of that, it's also okay to let it go and move on and work against. Make sure that there aren't more people like her. Right. Let's try to prevent future Anita Bryants rather than just hating on the old one. She's not around to cause any more damage anymore.
Right, exactly. My wife Amy actually grew up here in South Florida, and she remembers that very, very well. As a matter of fact, she said that Amy was part of one of the first Pride parades in Miami, right around the time that this was happening. Cool. And when they overturned it based on what Anita Bryant had done, she says that was really, really a tough time. That was really hard to be down here after they had gained those rights and then lost them. It was overturned. But when Anita Bryant died last month, I said to Amy, I said, I just saw that Anita Bryant died. Oh, I thought she was already dead. Right. So,
I heard her in a while.
So really, it's like you move beyond this stuff. I have pity for, what kind of a sad life that must be, just to be so hateful, so sad to live like that.
That is so funny because my husband, Michael, his reaction was the same. Oh, she was still alive?
I thought she was already gone.
Yeah. That's how inconsequential she became. Yeah. Now, we have to remember that there was a time when her voice was loud, shrill, and made a difference to a lot of people. That we have gone beyond her, that we have grown and matured and better understand each other. It's a positive for me. So she was an aberration. She was a little bump on the road to salvation. She is the person who was harmed most by her opinions and her voice. She probably lost a whole lot of money in doing what she did, and I guess she would justify it by saying, well, I wasn't doing it for the money, I was doing it for the good and for the right.
Yeah, she probably died thinking herself a martyr. I could have been wealthy, but I gave it all up, for those evil queers.
So wrong. She got it so wrong.
She got it wrong.
And the millions of us who sit back and go, oh, was she still alive? Says everything.
Yeah, I have a hard enough time with the living and getting along with them. I don't have time to hate the
There you go.
So,
there you go.
That's the Dowager countess, right?
Yeah.
Right. Avoiding people you hate is easy. Avoiding your friends is the hard part.
Yeah, I was challenging her from Downton Abbey. It's a minute there, but
Well, sometimes it's appropriate.
right, and she's still alive. Yeah. Anyway, but I think when I think about her and all this, I just hate the things that she did that left an impact on the community for so long, and how long that ran. Her children, not being able to accept her granddaughter or be a part of, and in my mind, I like to, there's a grandmother story there somewhere that she and her granddaughter really, but you just don't know. But at the same time, I just hate the stuff that she did. And I think that it reminds us, even from this, we still have work to do. We can't put our heads in the sand because there are still those voices that are echoing out there, things that are very similar to what she was echoing back in her time. So my only thought was, man, what's such a waste of pie?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And I always wondered about what kind of pie it was, so I could get one to do a little celebration. But anyway, she'd be all right.
She did give people a chance to stand up, though. Like, I remember Johnny Carson making fun of her relentlessly. And then during the Briggs Initiative in California, which was, verse 2 of the song, not only did Harvey Milk come out against it, but so did President Carter. So it did show who the good people were.
Right.
Yeah.
And that was a Mr. Rogers thing. Always look for the helpers, look for the good folks. And she gave us a chance to see who they were. So there's going to be another Anita Bryant story.
Oh yeah.
In the future. And we want to be on the side of Harvey Milk. We want to be on the side of Jimmy Carter. We want to be the good guys, the helpers that people remember in the story.
Yes, indeed.
Well, that's today with the Queer God Squad. Before we go,
we want to invite you to join Sunshine Cathedral on a wonderful travel experience and help our mission for our community. Join us on the Florida AIDS Walk Pride Cruise. This unique 3-day cruise will sail from Miami on the $1 billion and ultra deluxe 170,000-ton MSC Seascape on November the 2nd, 2025.
The cruise is an incredible value starting at just $199. Parties, special events, and more aboard, including a special unlimited beverage and open bar with Wi-Fi for all 3 days for just $68. We invite you to join us on this amazing cruise for fun, this vital cruise for good.
We want to thank you for joining us. We are here daily at 3 p.m. to have some fun and to discuss what our LGBTQ community is talking about. Sunshine Cathedral is the world's leading progressive queer church. Progressive, queer, and God are words that naturally should go together.
We are all in this together. Remember that.
You are God's miracle, not God's mistake.
until next time, we are the Queer God Squad. Goodbye.